the internet appeared in our lives, the journalists were in control. They were the only ones putting information there in the public space, so they had the time and they didn't have the competition from the social media. These days, everybody may consider himself or herself a journalist. Putting information there gave us the power to deliver information to the public. The problem is that a normal person, a regular person, is not used to the standards of the profession. It doesn't bother to check the information they put in the public space. They don't have the skills, and they maybe in most of the situation don't understand the context. A journalist has to do all that and has to deliver the information very fast. It has to be accurate. It has to be it has to be relevant and funny, controversial if possible. It's a very complicated job these days. And we have another problem. We don't have the money to do it. The internet changed so much, the business model, the way the media acts, the way the media business is supposed to work, that the money from the market disappeared, and there are no resources put into quality journalism, sadly. In Romania, sadly, there are very few journalists who afford to have a field, for example, to be a health journalist. In most of the Romanian media, if you are reporting on health issues, you may report also about education, police, Romanian army, what the mayor does if you are from a smaller city. So you have to know everything, but in the same time you don't have the time to know almost anything. The other problem is that a lot of the journalists in Romania have to do a lot of stories per day. I know cases from the local media in Romania when they have to deliver 10 to 15 materials every day. That doesn't give you a lot of time to eat, think, or do maybe your research properly the way a scientist would like to have it done. When it comes to experts, I think it would be very important for the experts to understand that we are not experts in their field. So they need to be patient. You can do different things. You can do trainings only for journalists and training only for scientists. And this helps because they have a grasp of information from each of their fields, but I feel it's vital to bring them together, to offer them the context to stay in a room for a few hours or for several days and to discuss about how media works and why they act like that. To discuss on how vaccination works, for example, or whatever health issues they should report on, and raising trust among these two professions is vital, because when people consume information in the public, from the public, they don't care if the information is produced by a journalist, it is produced by a scientist or by a hairdresser. It's the same value for the information. So we need to work together to increase the amount of quality information there is now in social media, on the internet, in the public space.